A good one is, can a supplier change importing terms prior to a new shipment without the wholesaler's permission or knowledge?
You know, there's nothing in customs regulations that's really the contractual obligation between you, the buyer, and your seller overseas, and there's nothing regulated on the custom side of things that can prevent that and or that allows that. So it's really outside of the purview of customs in general. I wouldn't think that you would want them to. Again, my recommendation is you as a buyer take control of the Incoterms, buy on an F term. If it's ocean, buy FOB. But use that F term, even that E term, X works. X works is a good term to use, especially on the import side. The only thing with X works is that it requires that you pay for any export formalities in the country. Now that's not bad in Europe because they don't have those types of that many conflicting terms, and X works is very common, meaning I'm going to pay for the truck to pick it up at their dock, deliver it to the port, and ship it out. Very common in Europe, but that can be really complex in some countries, and in some Latin American countries it can be very complex in Asia as well, because the cost because they require export declarations and export customs clearance, and means you're subject to paying those fees, and sometimes that inland fee in Asia can be really expensive if that manufacturer or supplier is say way inland or up a river or whatever it might be. So that's why we recommend letting them handle what's on their side at an FOB. Let them take care of paying for and scheduling the shipment and paying for their charges at the origin location, and you take it from there. That's why we recommend the F term, but E is not bad. Just have to be very, very particular with what country we pick from. The reason I don't like C terms as it relates to Incoterms is because we're using their freight forwarder, and you as the importer who's responsible for the security filing might not know the shipment is being sent because you don't have great communication with their freight forwarder, especially if that's out of Asia where they change freight forwarders very, very often in order to maximize their return and for profit on the freight piece. So anyways, that's why I don't recommend C terms, is you lose control, you lose visibility, and then you're at risk of a potential violation for the import security filing not being on time.